really good question again, and the point was when we started doing this was way back in those early days, what would I have valued? What would I really was I searching for? And a lot of it was just places to ask questions and get answers. There weren't a lot of help on how to work with the government, how to do a government contract, say, or how to negotiate with supply line, or how to make sure you had backup on supply line, you weren't sole sourced on something that could disappear. There's a lot of things that just happened that it would have been nice to have a sounding board in many cases. And in other cases, it would have been nice to say, hey, can you spend a couple hours and help us get this and show me how to do this? And instead of having to hire more people or go through the process of all that, you may just need somebody just for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, again, my background is totally different from Kenneth's, but as an active duty Air Force contracting officer, I was able to see a lot of different companies, and you get to see some common denominators of threads that these entrepreneurs are, we're negotiating $5, $10, $15, $20 million contracts, but they clearly have gaps that they don't even see, that are crystal clear when you're on the other side of the negotiating table. So I was able to see some of the gaps on the other side, the government side, and then once we teamed up, being able to provide those kind of services to fill those gaps. And I think in a lot of ways, from a Scott McAllen management perspective, we are the ultimate gap fillers. We joked at one point that we could have called it Got a Guy Consulting, because we got guys that can do it. If your gap is in engineering, we have engineers of all types. If your gap is federal procurement, I did that for 20 years. If your gap is product market fit, Kenneth has done that with 10 plus companies. So we literally have seen the gambit of hundreds, if not thousands, of companies that we understand their challenges, and while they're all unique per se, they often fit a common denominator. It's personnel, it's process, it's one thing or the other, but we think we have enough experience between the two of us to fill that gap and add value to the company.
And sometimes they don't even know what they need.
Oh, 100%.
They misunderstand. They said, I need a BD guy. Okay, what does that mean? Let's dig into that. And instead of just going out there and doing a search and getting a BD guy and picking one and running it, especially as a small company, what you really need is you need to start establishing your BD efforts, your BD group. So you need somebody that's developmental on this side as well as out facing the customer. And not everybody does that role.